Deepika, good evening.
Very good evening, ma'am. And how are you?
I'm doing great. You tell me, how are you doing today?
Yes, I am doing as fit as a fiddle. So thank you for asking.
Great to
So,
know
ma'am,
that.
how was your day so far?
My day has been pretty fine. I was completely free today, actually. So it was a very slow day for me today. I was recharging myself for further days. Like from tomorrow onwards, I have classes and then daily routine. I want to be busy, but I don't know why these days I am little slow. Or the energy is not helping me these days. So yes, that happens you know how was
Okay,
your day?
is the yeah. So my days it was fantastic for me because as usually I worship and I worship like half an hour more
Hmm.
and I do practice for 3 hours with people. So it is really great day each and every day.
Very productive.
Yes, ma'am.
That's
So,
very
ma'am, what
nice.
is the is interesting things have you done in a whole day?
Today, interesting things. I haven't done anything interesting today, but for me, like meeting people is one of the interesting things that I do on daily basis. So yes, this is the first thing today. I'm doing something interesting, meeting you, talking to you. Otherwise, I haven't done anything interesting today. And life has been pretty boring lately, so nothing interesting as such. I
Hmm.
have been trying to inculcate reading habit, so that is also a little interesting things.
So, ma'am, what made you like to read the book? What
What
motivated?
made me to, yes, like people have been talking about reading a lot. Like they, talk about it that reading helps you in vocabulary and then developing your perspective, and it's good for improving your English as well. So I thought I should also give a chance to reading, give a try to it. So I started with fictional and non self-help books, but I didn't find any interest in reading those. I was feeling it pretty boring, and whenever I used to pick up any books, then I used to end up feeling sleepy. That kind of, I think you can
Same,
relate with
same,
me.
right? Right.
Right.
Whenever I take book to read it, so really I feel like lethargic. Oh my God, what is the
Mm.
difficult task to read
It
the book?
happens. Yes, it happens till the time you find your interest. So now I found my interest. I found my interest in Sudha Murthy's books. So I have 9 to 10 books with me, and those books are really interesting. I started with The Mother I Never Knew. So the journey has been pretty good till now, and I'm looking forward to read more and more works of Sudha Murthy ma'am. Think
So,
I found my genre.
yes, ma'am, yes. Means, do you read as loudly or put up some new words, which is
I
crucial for you?
So it depends on my situation. Like sometimes when I make my baby sleep, that time I read. So I that time I read silently. I don't read aloud. Otherwise, if I'm sitting, on the desk, then I read aloud. When I am, having that kind of atmosphere and that kind of attention, then I read aloud, and I mark all the new words that I come across, or any new or interesting expression I come across. I mark them, and later on I search it on ChatGPT, and I try to make sentences and everything. Or I also do this thing that I write Hindi or meaning in my own words next to that word only in the book itself. So whenever I, move to the next day for reading further pages, I first revise whatever I underlined yesterday, right? So
Hmm.
then I move forward with the next pages.
Okay, so ma'am, what is your English journey?
My English journey started in mid of August 2024. So it's been around 5 to 6 months now. So it has been pretty good, pretty, I would say. I haven't even realized when I became fluent or when I became close to accurate in English. Like I have improved my grammar a lot since I started. So when you become consistent in this journey, when you have conversation with people on everyday basis, you don't even realize. When you enjoy, then you don't even realize that you are learning or you are getting better day by day. So same was with my journey. I never realized that I'm getting better. I started it casually, but little did I know that it will transform my whole life. I never expected this much love from people that I would get if I open my YouTube channel. So everything is so unexpected, so surprising for me, and I'm really loving it. And I want to show up every day. But sometimes you're not able to, but I want to show up every day to people and want to talk to people every day. So that's what I'm doing. And this is something that I enjoy a lot. So, yes, it's been good.
So, do you think learning English is easier or harder than other languages?
Then other languages. I know Hindi, my local language, and then English. For me, it was not tough because I had been in English medium schools and then college, and everything was in English only. So I had that essence of English, or that I was familiar with English language, reading, writing, but speaking culture was not there. I never spoke in English, and I was also very timid, very reserved, introverted girl. So that made me, uh, kind of reserved, and I was not talking much. So after, I would say, when I got placed in my first company, then I became little extrovert. Whenever I used to see any opportunity, I used to grab it and then speak in front of people or meeting new people. Like my first job was jeevansati.com. It was in jeevansati.com, and it was a telecommunication job. So you have to talk to people a lot in that kind of job. So from there, I have started developing my communication skills. But again, it was not completely in English. It was kind of in English. We were using Hindi and English, whatever we knew. So that kind of. So like in mid of August only last year, I tried to start improving my English language because I've seen people doing it a lot on YouTube, like the way we are speaking. So I've also watched one of such videos, and I got really inspired from that video. So I also started my journey. I thought, let's do it. Like casually, I started, and then I got interest in it. I was in the beginning, I was struggling with time to meet people and everything, but when you get interest in something, you just keep everything aside and then you show up, or you do whatever you like. So same was with me. I tried to show up every day, and I kept every house chore aside whenever it's time to meet people. So I used to keep everything aside, and then after meeting people or after my call, I used to cover up the remaining work and everything. And I started teaching also.
Wow. So, means how many hours do you teach, or how many hours do you spend time to enhance your English level?
I feel that it happens like it is in my second nature these days. Initially, I struggled a lot to, watch something in English because I was not habitual to watch content in English. I was comfortable watching content in Hindi. So I started with watching English content when I used to make chapatis, or whenever I was doing my house chores. I used to watch English content, podcasts simultaneously. So I started with this, but now I've come a long way. So I don't spend much time on English these days. I do whatever I like. Sometimes I like Hindi content also, so I try to watch it. I'm not much after English these days because now I feel that I've come to a great extent where I feel comfortable with the language, and I feel that I can easily pick up words whenever I hear new words, or I can easily apply it to my speaking. So now, not much of English in my day to day life, but it's like easy to grab new words for me these days. Initially, it was definitely struggling.
So, how do you enhance your English vocabulary?
My English vocabulary, I would talk from the perspective of a beginner, or I would like to take you to my, you know, the beginner stage when I started. So that time, again, whenever I used to watch any new video, so when you watch videos while doing chores or while doing any other work, when you multitask, you cannot actively gain vocabularies. It is difficult. right? You like
Right.
you listen to videos, but still you forget after it. You'll listen to videos in a loop, like 9 to 10 videos in one go, and then you'll forget whatever you have watched or whatever you have listened to. So that was difficult. So that's passive learning, but you have to give yourself some time for active learning as well. So you can take one video, and then like this is something that I used to do. I used to take one video of my interest, then I used to watch it once, and second time without subtitles, and third time I used to mute the video and read the subtitles aloud. So that was kind of a reading practice. And then I used to write down simultaneously. I used to write down the new words, new expression, whatever I liked or whatever I want to use in my speaking. And I used to pick up only functional vocabulary, functional expressions, because there is a lot of scope, or English language itself is very vast, so you can't learn each and everything. So whatever is being used widely in the world, you can learn that. So I used to write it down. I have like 2 to 3 notebooks for separate things, like one for vocabulary, another for idioms, and third I use roughly to scribble things. So that kind of practice I used to do. Like noting down only will help you to revisit. Otherwise, you'll forget. Like today, you have learned some word and you haven't noted it down somewhere. Then after some days, if you would like to recall it, it would be very difficult. If you recall it, then it's good. But if you can't recall it, then there is no record, right? So you have to note it down. That's the only way, right? And if
Yes,
you're not much
absolutely right.
concerned about remembering words, you just want to go with the flow, then it's fine. Whatever you're learning on daily basis, just try to use it.
I am habitual of jotting down if I come across new word. Without means without jotting down, I am
Mhm.
unable to recall these words whichever I revise, and after sometimes I if I remember, so it is not possible to keep in mind those vocabs. Yes,
Right,
means
right.
jotting down it is very essential part also. Means
Hmm.
whenever we can take book and revise again.
Definitely. You live with that word. Once you hear that word and then you read it, you jot it down. So you live with that word for some time. And then that word will never leave you, right? When you live with
Yes,
it.
I'm absolutely right. Right. So, ma'am, means you are very actively and you are very passionate to imbibe this language and you connect people. So, means how to avoid the procrastination.
Procrastination, that's something very difficult to avoid, and I'm also one of the victims of procrastination, but still I try to work upon it. So, for that, I think discipline only can help. When you are disciplined, self disciplined, it's not that always you are seeking for motivation. So, that should not be case. That shouldn't be the case, but you should be disciplined. So, for that, like if you want to wake up early, then put an alarm and then wake up on time. It's totally depend on you, right? Like it's difficult. I must say it's difficult. But when you set some goals, for example, like I've set my goals, like I take classes. Okay, so if my class is from 9 to 10, I can't procrastinate it. I have to be there. I have a YouTube channel. If I want to grow my YouTube channel, then I have to show up every day, right? I have to take up conversation even when I am not feeling like. So I have set myself some compulsions or some goals or some task in a day that I have to check everything by the end of the day. So that can help you in avoiding the procrastination. Like you can make a checklist at the beginning of the day, and then by the end of the day make sure to check every box. So
I
that can
can
also
take.
help.
Yes,
Mm.
it has been done by us.
Right, right. And when you casually do everything, like if there are a few tasks in your day and then you feel like if I would be able to do those tasks, it's good. And if I wouldn't be able to do that task, then also it's fine. Like you're easygoing person, then you can't avoid procrastination. You have to be very
Yes.
disciplined.
Absolutely right. And I do this thing also means I jot down means crucial work which is important, and then after that I tick like this. This is
Hmm.
this work has been done, and this one and rest of the work are left. So uh, have to be done.
Right, that's the perfect approach. I also
I
experienced that.
Yeah, by the grace of the God, I get up early morning around 4 o'clock, and then I do work, which is crucial. So I do. So
What do you do
really,
when you wake up at 4 o'clock?
I do like pranayam, exercise, and meditation, and crucial work, homework, which is crucial at morning
Hmm.
time, and I do worship for 1 hour of the
Hmm.
God. So after that, I do study. So I do like this. So most of the work has been done by me.
That's amazing. Because for me, it's very difficult to wake up at 4. I wake up at 7 every day. Like it's in my routine. So from here, you can know that I'm very good at procrastinating things. I'm very lazy. So I have to
What I
set some task for
which
me.
sometimes happens. Means if you are very means you are very attentively, like you work in a good manner and you run your YouTube channel and teach, so you are not going to procrastinate. So it is also like what is called, I forget this name. You are a means good person, means whichever you are going to do and has been done by you, so it is remarkable. So I can't say means
Thank you
you
so
are
much.
procrastinate person.
I do procrastinate, but I am able to do my or I am able to complete my task. So that is one of the content meant in my life. So I'm good to go with. Whenever I feel dissatisfied, I try to mold my schedule a little bit, mold my routine a little bit so that I could achieve whatever I want to do. What
Wow,
about
that's
you? What are your hobbies?
my hobbies nowadays. I can interact people in order to develop my skills, and I am totally engrossed to develop my skill. So most of the time I spend time myself. Yes, what I have to do, and now what I am going to do, and what is my whichever is crucial work for me. So I do at since morning time, since I get
Mm-hmm.
up early morning. So it
Mm,
is I can say it is my hobbies, and it is love it whatever I do in a daily.
okay.
So I feel enthusiasm and energetic. So each and every day I can say I am over the moon.
That's amazing. You should feel happy every day, no matter the circumstances. But when you feel happy from inside, you are able to make other people happy as well, right? And you feel good
Yes,
throughout the day.
absolutely. Right.
That's
Yes,
amazing.
why not? So means what do you think about your growth?
My growth has been pretty decent. Like English is not just one thing that is important in my life for me. My
Mhm.
family, my kids. I think this is something cliche. Every people talk about it, and this is an old thing. But this is the truth that for women or for a housewife, their family and kids are at the utmost priority. So that's my priority too. If my family is running smoothly, I'm able to manage everything smoothly. So that's a success for me. English is a part of it. Like I feel good. It's something that I like. I'm fond of meeting people. So I feel good when I do something for English, for my YouTube channel. I feel that my day has been productive. So it's just a part of it. But family and kids are at utmost priority,
Yes, absolutely right, ma'am. My
right?
being housewife as well as mother, so you are doing great.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much. Are you a working woman?
No, nowadays means it's have been married like 4 months. So I am not doing right here. So I have started learning English language. When I
Mhm.
was unmarried, so I used to do, but now after getting married, so I have started my English journey.
Okay, that's amazing. First of all, congratulations on your marriage. How are you
Yes,
feeling?
so much. Yes, my film is it is fantastic because by the grace of the God to have a great family, in-laws
Mhm.
family. So really they are very supportive and they don't disturb me whatever I do. And if I say to my mother-in-law, yes, I am doing this work and this thing, I have a session. So she doesn't interrupt me.
Mm.
So she is very supportive and as well as cares me a lot.
That's amazing. That's so wonderful, and definitely you are so fortunate to have such family, right?
Yes,
You are
and
able
because
to do.
of them, yes, because of them, within a 4 month, I have started my English journey. So yeah, it is great achievement for me, I can say.
That's amazing. And what brought you to this journey? What was your inspiration back then?
Actually, ma'am, I have done Master of Art with English subject. So after completing my study, so I was thinking about my career, what should I do? And because after completing my study, there was no option apart from English, and I was very introvert person, and I didn't talk to anyone in my native language also, and I
Hmm.
used to have a fear a lot.
Hmm.
So I joined many offline institute, but there was no work because I can say it was means I was not passionate in that time because of don't know didn't know English language. Okay, so I am from in Hindi medium. So
Hmm.
after that, by the grace of the God, I got a clue by from the YouTube. So I started learning English language from
Hmm.
YouTube, each and everything. So I imbibed by the YouTube, social media, and now I am able to speak English and connect with people in order to develop my skills and
Hmm.
as well as develop my confidence.
That's great. Great. Glad to know
Fantastic
about
for
that.
me.
Mm.
So
Yes, I feel that those who are showing their journey on YouTube, those who are practicing on YouTube, they are a great source of motivation for many people. Like for me also, I started from there only. I got inspired. So when people will see us, they'll also like we are inspiring some other people. We don't even know that somebody is getting inspired from us. So that's a great thing, I must say.
yes, ma'am. Have a conversation one to another is the limelight on social
Hmm.
media.
Right,
That's
right.
where people spend their time and
Hmm.
they imbibe their skills and disseminate their knowledge by the social media. It is very fruitful to us as well as people.
Mm. And mostly people get inspired from the, people who are living in rural areas. They are also doing amazing in English language. So they get a lot of inspiration that if they can do without any resources, without any amenities, then why can't we? So they are also the great source of motivation.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely right.
Mm.
Yes.
Otherwise, we were procrastinating only this thing as well.
From starting, I used to
Mm.
procrastinate each and everything. No, it is not. Because I didn't have that much sources and didn't get clue in order to how to imbibe English
Hmm.
language. So once time I gave up. I thought it is not my cup of tea. And
Hmm.
after some time, I started. No, I have to do at anyhow.
Hmm. So, do you
Yeah.
feel like now you can learn any language? When you can learn English, then can you learn any language in the world?
I haven't thought yet. Yes,
Uh,
first I am working on it to be fluent in this language
mhm,
because I love this language a lot. And you know very well, yeah, English is the limelight, and whenever you go outside, so essential part of our life of this
mhm.
language.
Right,
So
right.
it is
That's true.
very helpful to each other and connect each other in
Hmm.
official also. So each and everywhere in English is everywhere.
Definitely. It's so true. Like, whether you want to learn it, whether you like it or not, but that's the truth that you need English these days. Right? And Sanskrit, I feel that Sanskrit is going to be the next English language, like the kind of
Yeah,
importance English has right now. So next importance would be given to Sanskrit after few years maybe. So we have to slightly shift to Sanskrit as well, like start learning it because I'm sure that it has a lot of scope and it's such a beautiful language. Moreover, it is the origin is from India itself. So that's a great
Yes,
thing.
ma'am.
Mm.
Yes, I my hometown is Mathura. Okay, so one of my friend lives in Vrindavan. So her sister teaches Sanskrit
Mm.
in
Yeah.
Varanasi. So
Mm.
his Sanskrit is a very fabulous, and she teaches also online, offline Sanskrit
That's
language.
amazing. I also want to learn Sanskrit language to, understand
That's
the
great.
shlokas. Sometimes I'm not read to pronounce it correctly. So when you're able to do such things, like whatever you go through, you want to do it perfectly or at least close to the perfectness, then you feel so good. You feel so confident. There is nothing
Yes,
in life that you can't do.
yes, absolutely right. So,
Uh,
ma'am, have you ever had a moment where you felt really proud of your English language?
the moment where I felt proud of my English language. There was no such moment, but I feel actually not proud of English language, but I feel proud of myself. Like whenever I wanted to do something, I did all those things with full enthusiasm, with my full heart, and I used to get success in everything, whatever I touched. Like during Corona, I started knitting. I developed that hobby. So I did it with full enthusiasm, with my full heart, and I made many woolies for my kids, for my family, like many socks for each and everybody in my family and my extended family as well. So I did a lot of knitting during that time, and it extended to some good time. But after that, I touched this English thing. So touch wood, it is also going pretty well. So, like I do with my full heart. And in future also, if I'll pick up any new skill I want to do or I am interested in, then I'll do it again with my full heart. So this is something that I'm really proud of myself, that I'm a go-getter. I never stop. Even when, like for English language also, it's been around 6 to 7 months now. Now I've started feeling little bored with doing same thing every day again and again. I want to try new things as well. So let's see. I would try to pick up any new skill, and I would like to do it parallelly with English because this is something that I feel that I should continue. Although I feel a little bored now, but I would like to pick up something interesting as well. Like reading books is also interesting, so I can go forward with it. Other than that, like depends on how much time I get. So this is something I'm
Yeah,
proud of. Hmm.
okay, that's great. So,
Uh,
do you prefer reading in English or listening to audiobooks?
I prefer reading in English because I can't stand long videos. I can't stand audiobooks. I feel that audiobooks are a little irritated to ears because you have to keep on listening to it. Or when you read, you completely engross yourself in that book or you completely picturize whatever you are reading, right? But audiobooks is something you're doing something like when you listen to audiobooks, you tend to do something else as well. You can't simply sit and listen to audiobooks, right? So you tend to do other work as well. And then it becomes your passive learning actually. You're not actively learning it. But when you sit with book, you're actively learning things. And that will help you more when you read books rather than listening to an audiobook. But if your pronunciation is not good, you are a beginner, then there definitely you can go for audiobooks because that will help you in clearing your pronunciations.
Okay. So, what's your favorite childhood memory?
My favorite childhood memory. My childhood has been pretty reserved because I already told you that I was a kind of introverted girl. So my memories has been such only, like where I am not making many friends, but still I would say there have been few friends I completely vividly remember. Then I'm still in touch with them through messages. I don't call my friends much because I get busy with my family things, kids and everything. So I rarely call them. But those friends who have been there with me, like from seventh and eighth standards, they are still there. So that is one of the fondest memories that I can remember with them only. And another memory that I would like to share here, that there was a girl with my name only. She is also Sunita, and we were both in the same class. So we were like our class teacher's assistant, both Sunita. So our class teacher used to, get some of her work from us. She used to give us her diary, and then we used to fill it. Then we used to decorate the classrooms. Like girls used to be such who participate a lot in decorating things and
Right.
everything. So we used to decorate the class. So this is a nice memory. Then we used to participate in a lot of extracurricular activities, Rangoli competitions. I was not much into sports, so essay writing, debate competition, and whatever I have performed on stage, those are also very nice memories that will I will cherish forever. And I would like to tell this to my kids as well when they'll become little sensible or little mature. Then I will definitely tell them that I also used to be on stage all the time when I was kid. Then they should also take this up, and they should always be in front of people, facing people and expressing their thoughts even when they are introverted. Like my elder one is actually of introverted nature, so he's not very open with people. So I want to tell him that I was also introverted, but still I tried to make myself ambivert. Whenever I used to see any opportunity, I used to just take it up and speak on stage. My teachers actually used to push me a lot on stage. So these are the memories that I would always cherish.
Hmm. Despite having introvert, so you did many activities.
Yes, like on stage, I'm so good. I can speak whatever is in my heart, whatever is in my mind, but after that, I'll just switch off myself. So, such kind of
Okay.
nature I had.
Hmm. But you did very well in being introvert,
Mm,
having been
yes.
intro.
I'm also satisfied with that. My school times, my college times, and then whatever I'm doing now, I've been pretty satisfied in my life.
When I was in college, school time till 12th standard, so that time I didn't have any one friend
Hmm.
because of being introvert. And when I took admission in graduation, combined college, so after taking admission in college, so till 3 months I didn't go to college because of fear, because of boys, because I didn't talk
Hmm.
to anyone, even girl also. So
Okay.
yeah, yes, then I went to
Hmm.
college first time because of my one day my mother asked why don't you go to college? So I said because of boys, and I don't want to take admission in a combined college, but
Hmm.
I had only one option. So because of that's why I took admission in combined college. Okay, so after 3 months I went to college, and
Hmm.
that time it was very challenging challenges for me to face boys and girls. And then after that I started going to college each and
Hmm.
every day and take lectures. So I became habitual of this, but
Hmm.
only that time I had only girls friend. I
Hmm.
haven't known even boys' name in my college. Only I
Okay.
used to talk with
Hmm.
girls, and
Hmm.
because I had a fear, but nowadays I don't have fear and
Hmm.
anything, and I talk to anyone with
Hmm.
comfortable.
I believe exposure is really important. When you went to co-ed college, it must be very difficult in the beginning, but over time you get habitual to it, as you told, and then it help you in developing your personality. Like from introverted to you become ambivert now, you turned ambivert. So this is how it happens when you get exposure, when you go out of your house, when you just simply, break your comfort zone and go out, then you become your better version. So I feel that we all were introvert. Almost 80% people I met, They all were
Yes, yes,
introverted.
absolutely. Most of the time I listen, so people say that I used to be introvert and
Right.
I didn't have confidence, this thing, that thing. Yeah. So I came to
Mm,
know that I was not only one person. I was
right.
introvert that time.
Right. So people slowly and gradually develop that attitude where they meet people, they are able to express. Like when we both are also meeting, then even when we are introverted, still we are meeting. We are trying to meet people. We are trying to express ourselves. So this is how we are developing our personality. And this is what we want.
Absolutely. Hmm. I stepped out of my comfort zone in order to develop my skills, and
Right.
yeah, I am doing by the grace of the Lord,
Very
whichever
nice.
I
Very
because of him.
perfect. Perfect. Okay. So Deepika, I think we have been talking for long now. It's been 35 minutes. Okay, so
Yes.
let's keep other talks for the other day. All right.
Yes, not means we don't know. I don't know how time flies while
Hmm.
having conversation, and really it is up to the mark conversation. And
I also enjoyed it a lot.
before joining to you, I was thinking how to means talk to her and what should I talk to her.
Hmm.
Yeah, but now, oh, I am very comfortable to you. I feel very, I feel good. I am having conversation to you.
Same here. The feeling is mutual, and it's just that we make up a lot of things before meeting people, but when we jump into conversation, time just flies. And
Yes,
same happened with
absolutely.
us. So it was really nice talking to you. And I'm looking forward to meeting you again and have more conversation. You asked such nice questions. No one ever asked me these questions before. So I was also a little unprepared and I tried to answer it to my best. And I hope you liked
Very
it.
good. Yes, yes, I liked a lot whichever you have given answer. Yeah, absolutely perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, then let's wrap up this call here only and let's meet some other day. All right.
Okay, bye.
Okay, then.
Have
Good
a great
night.
evening. Okay,
Okay.
and bye. Good
Bye.
night. Take care.